Everyone, how are you all? I hope that you all people's ECG work gradually. And so let's join me with an interesting topic that is ECG interpretation. Like my personal experience, when I am at the first year of my clinical practice, I have literally no idea about the heart rate calculation via ECG strips, and I always found blankly when my resident doctor asked me to calculate a heart rate via this method. And if you have also this problem, then this video is for you. Here I discuss the heart rate calculation in easy way. So let's join me in this video and improve your clinical practice. So here we learned in previous video the ECG have many component like P wave, PR interval, PR segment, QRS complex, ST segment, T wave and QT interval. So let's briefly summarize each component one by one. P wave denotes and it stands for atrial depolarization. Depolarization means atrial contraction. So P wave stands for atrial contraction and it usually takes 0.08 to 0.10 second. Then PR interval from the beginning of P wave to the beginning of QRS complex, it is about 0.12 to 0.20 second. Then QRS complex. QRS complex stands for a ventricular depolarization. It means ventricular contraction and it is usually takes 0.06 to 0.10 second. Then ST segment, it usually takes 0.05 to 0.15 second. This component is important in a clinical practice because via this component we detect the patient having a myocardial infarction, myocardial ischemia and hypoxemia. Then T wave denotes for a ventricular repolarization. Repolarization means the relaxation phase, so it stands for a ventricular relaxation. The QT interval from the beginning of a QRS complex to the end of T wave, which usually takes 0.20 to 0.40 second. So this is all about the ECG component and its duration. Then here you saw the normal ECG strips, the normal ECG paper, and it include one small boxes which takes 0.04 second. As you seen in this diagram, there is a one large box which include small 5 boxes. Okay, so one large box is equal to 0.2 second. So we have to remember this numerical, that one small box is for 0.04 second and one large box is for 0.2 second. So let's practically counting the box for each components by this short video. So let's listen this video carefully. Normal ECG of a healthiest person on ECG paper. So as you can see that ECG paper covered one large box that covered 5 small square box, and as we learned previously that one small box is equal to 0.04 second, that means one large box is equal to 0.2 second. We learn theoretically of a time duration of each component and here we learn practically. So let's start. When we count the boxes covered by P wave, so it is around 2 or 2.5 small box. So P wave take usually 0.08 to 0.10 second. Then PR interval from the beginning of P wave to the beginning of QRS complex. So it usually include 3 to 5 small box. So it means it takes 0.12 to 0.20 second. QRS complex, when we count the small box covered by QRS complex, it is around 2.5 boxes to 3.5 boxes. So it takes 0.06 second to 0.10 second. Then ST segment, this one is a ST segment. It usually take 3.5 boxes. So it means 0.15 second. Then T wave. So T wave cover 2.5 boxes to 5 boxes. So it takes 0.10 to 0.15 second. Then interval here, the beginning of QRS complex to the end of T wave. When we count these boxes, it is around 5 to 10 boxes. So it takes 0.20 to 0.40 second. So this is about the counting of boxes covered by each component. And then various method of heart rate calculation via ECG strips. So first method is a counting of heart rate via 300 method. In that, count the number of large boxes between two successive R wave and divided this number into 300 to obtain a heart rate. So let's do practically. Here in ECG strips, it includes 4 large boxes. So when we put this number in our formula, we get the answer of 75. So this ECG shows the heart rate about 75. Then second method, it is a 1500 method. So count the number of small boxes between two successive R wave and divided this number into 1500 to obtain a heart rate. So let's see from these strips that these strips contain 20 small boxes, and when we put this number in our formula, then we get the answer of 75. So these ECG strips contain 75 heart rate. Then third method is a 6-second strip. So get the 6 second of ECG tracing, that means 30 big boxes. Okay. So because one large boxes contain 0.2 second, so 30 big boxes include in a 6 second, and then count the number of R wave that appear within that 6 second strip and multiply by 10. So here we do practically that this 6 second strip include 13 R wave, and then we have to multiply 13 R wave into 10. So we get answer of 130 heart rate. Okay. Then let's do the second example. Here we get a 6-second strip and then count the number of R wave. So here there are 5 R wave and then multiply 5 by 10. So we get the answer of 50. So patient heart rate is about 50 and patient have a bradycardia. So this is the easiest method of heart rate calculation via ECG strips. Although there are many limitations of this calculation method, because this method is used on a patient having a regular rhythm. We can't use this method in a patient have a arrhythmia and irregular R wave. But we can use this method in a normal healthiest person. Okay. So here we finish our session on a heart rate calculation via ECG strips. I hope that you get benefit and you learn something from this video. Thank you for watching.